Hello. So lately I have been into cinematography and earlier I used to do photography. There we have ISO, shutter speed and aperture. But in cinematography things are a little different. If I want to set my light, a lot of things are getting restricted. So let's discuss about that and let's see how it works. So there are mainly three video systems used widely in the world, but mainly they are categorized in two different segments. The first is NTSC. NTSC stands for National Television System Committee. It was based on a 60 Hz power grid which was developed in US. So it was made in sync with electricity so that we don't notice banding in our videos. We will see the examples later in this video. NTSC supported multiples of 30 FPS. So 30, 60, 120 and so on. On number 2 we have PAL. PAL stands for Phase Alternating Line. PAL was developed in Germany and it was based on 50 Hz electricity line. So basically it offered FPS related to 25. So 25, 50 and so on. Third is CCAM. CCAM was developed in France and it was also based on 25 FPS system. So it is usually considered as a subset of PAL. So mainly we have two systems, PAL and NTSC. They are based on 25 FPS and 30 FPS. So now let's see how it affects our video systems currently. So here I have my camera and I am currently shooting at 24 FPS at 80 shutter speed. Firstly, by shooting on the desired thing. So for us in India it is PAL at 25 FPS. This is the maximum and we can vary the shutter speed. Now there comes another thing and that is 180-degree cinematography rule. 180-degree cinematography rule says that if you are shooting at a certain FPS then your shutter speed should be twice of it. So basically if I am shooting at 24 FPS then my shutter speed should be 1/48. Since we are shooting at 25 FPS, our shutter speed should be 1/50. So if I am restricted at a certain FPS and shutter speed, only way left to control my exposure is either ISO or any external medium. So with ISO we have limitations of getting a grainy footage, but if we are not settling down for a cranked ISO or we cannot go lower than a certain ISO, then we have other medium that is using an variable ND filter. So it blocks light in stops and it reduces the intensity. Basically it helps in maintaining the exposure when you are restricted on your ISO, your shutter speed and your aperture. Now in this demonstration you must have noticed that the common thing in both the systems was 24 FPS. And how does it work and why is it common and where does the number 24 comes when we have multiples of 30 and 25. Both the standards NTSC and PAL were based off analog systems, analog video systems, but now since we are moving in digital systems we have the number 24. Shooting at 24 FPS ensures that your videos are cinematic, and by cinematic I mean that they look as close to as something that you see from your eye. Also the 180-degree rule that was shown in demonstration aligns with the cinematography theory, that is something that is matching our regular human eye. So let's conclude. We have two video systems mainly, that is PAL and NTSC. Both are analog based systems and in this digital world they are of no relevance. The only thing that matters is that our cameras are still using them to record it. So when we are making videos, we are exporting videos, 24 FPS is most suited in this digital world. But when we are shooting the videos, we have to shoot accordingly. If we are not following the 180-degree rule, then we can choose PAL or NTSC according to our power grid and get the freedom over shutter speed. But if we are following 180-degree rule, then we have to restrict ourselves and then we have to choose an external exposure controlling device, something like a variable ND filter. By doing that, you can maintain your exposure and produce cinematic videos. I hope it's clear and bye.